All right, so today we will learn what value is. So we will start by writing down our beautiful title on a new page, and then we will grab one of these kind of like value scales. It will have 6 little squares on it, and we will grab our set of pencils. So once we open our set of pencils, these are graphite pencils. So we will notice that there are 6 inside of the box. There are 6 because each of them is going to be a little bit different. So you can see the differences right there in that corner where it says 2H, HB, and then we will have a B, a 2B, a 4B, and a 6B. So the 2H is going to become our lightest pencil, while our 6B is going to be our darkest pencil. So once we're done with that, we will grab our value scale again and we will start labeling it as the pencils. So we will start from 2H, then we will move on to HB, then B, 2B, 4B, and 6B. Once we're finished labeling everything, we will start grabbing our pencils. So we will start from our 2H, and you can see the little label at the top of the pencil. And we will start filling in all of those squares. So we will keep the same pressure throughout each of the little squares, and we will see the difference that each of the pencil will create in each of the squares. So the 2H is going to become our lightest pencil, as you can kind of see. Try to fill in the square to the best of your abilities. So make sure that you do not have a lot of white spots. Make sure that you have covered all of it, that you do not go outside of the lines, and make sure you just do not keep it very messy. As you can see, I'm rotating the paper to help myself make it more even. So the next thing we are going to do is grab our HB pencil and start filling in the next square. So this is going to result a little bit darker, and it is going to be a lot easier to color it in because the pencil is a softer pencil, so it is going to be easier to put down on the paper. The 2H is going to be our hardest pencil in this little set that we have, so it's going to be a little bit harder to blend and a little bit harder to make look smooth. Here you can already start to notice the difference between the 2H and the HB pencil. The 2H is going to be our lighter, the HB is going to be a little bit darker. So the next thing we're going to do is grab our B pencil and start filling in the next square. So again, this pencil is going to be a little bit softer than our previous one, so it is still going to feel a lot easier than even our HB to put down on the paper. So it is going to look even smoother than our HB, and so on. So our 2B is going to feel smoother, the 4H is going to feel smoother, and the 6B is going to be even smoother. So you can already see even this one, it's going to be darker than our HB pencil and the 2H pencil. Once we're done with that one, we will start moving on to our 2B pencil and start filling in all of that square. So make sure you even turn your paper, as I was doing, to make sure that you get to all the little corners and that your lines look straight in the squares. At this point, you can definitely see that the 2H pencil is definitely a lot lighter than the 2B pencil. Even if we put a lot of pressure on the 2H pencil, it is not going to look as dark as the 2B pencil. So once we're done with the 2B, we will move on to our 4B square. So we'll grab our 4B pencil and start filling it in, always keeping the same pressure as all the previous squares. So once we're done with our 4B square, we will start our 6B square. So there are pencils that are even darker and softer than our 6B. There is an 8B, but we don't have them in our set, so we will just stop here for a little value scale. So as you can see, and you can probably feel, this pencil is going to feel a lot softer, a lot easier to put down on the paper, a lot smoother, and obviously it looks a lot darker than the rest of them. So once we're done, we will make sure that the 2H is the lightest, 6B is the darkest, and we will get it glued to our sketchbook. So then we will write down what value is. So value is how light or how dark something is on a scale from white to black. So we can definitely notice that in our little value scale at the top with the lightest value. So that is what value is going to be our 2H pencil, and our darkest value is going to be our 6B pencil. So the 2H is going to look very light, very bright, while our 6B is going to be very dark. So that is the end of our first value scale where we use different pencils. So we will learn about a couple of different methods to show value using graphite pencils in the next few days.